The War Room, November 7th, 2019.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, right now in Venezuela, the country is split into two sides, fighting against each other for power. One side is led by Nicolas Maduro, who has cut all remaining ties with the U.S., as well as turning down large amounts of aid from Brazil and Colombia. The other side is led by Juan Guaido. Guaido's party has taken a hardline stance against Mr. Maduro's government, organizing street protests and rallies. For over 3 months, he has been trying to convince the military to join his side and drive Maduro out of power. Maduro is going as far as running over any protesting citizens with military tanks. As you know, we have already recognized Guaido as a legitimate leader of the country.
I don't understand why we can't just nuke them. Who needs Venezuela?
According to the Truman Doctrine, our mission is to establish democracy around the world. By propping up the government in Venezuela, providing foreign aid, and establishing trade routes, we can set up a sphere of influence, which would be beneficial to our citizens and democracies worldwide.
Sad. That's too subtle. We should just take over. Make it go boom.
Mr. President, we can't just make it all go boom. We need tact.
The sphere of influence has worked for us before in Cuba. When we liberated them, we put a clause in their constitution, making them a U.S. protectorate. We could just do the same here.
What's a protectorate?
A protectorate is a state, in this case it would be Venezuela, that is controlled and protected by another. It would allow us to establish control over the government with minimal collateral damage.
Too fast. Too much. Can you please slow down?
Okay, well, in the past, the U.S. has used interventionism as a foreign policy. In the Korean War, we intervened to stop communism from spreading and to combat the Soviets. In World War II, we intervened and it made us the most powerful nation in the world. We used that influence to then create the Marshall Plan in order to promote democracy across Europe.
Okay, so all we have to do is shoot the government? That's it?
Well, no, sir. What we would do is use a four-pronged attack using our allies in the South and Central America, and the full force of the U.S. Armed Forces. First, Caracas, Venezuela, the capital city. We would have SEAL Teams 2 and 6 halo jump from a C-130 and storm the presidential palace in Caracas, taking control of President Maduro and his cabinet at 0700 hours. Then, attacking from the coast, the 5th Carrier Battle Group and the 1st Marine Division would storm the beaches of Venezuela. From the east, the 1st through 3rd Armored Divisions would attack from our ally,
Guyana.
From
South.
the 4th through 6th Armored Divisions would attack from our ally, Brazil. And from the west, the 6th through 9th Armored Divisions attacking from our ally, Colombia, all converging on Caracas, Venezuela.
That's it.
Well, this invasion does have a high probability of success. The USA's military is larger, more powerful, and more technologically advanced than Venezuela's. And we have more experience in wars. There would be minimal collateral damage, a low casualty rate, and could be a less expensive alternative to economically backing the rebel groups for years and years to come.
Once we have a military control of the country, we will install a functioning democracy and establish Venezuela as a U.S. protectorate.
To reiterate, Mr. President, the importance of this idea, as I mentioned before, Venezuela is a very vulnerable state. Their country is split in two sides currently and is in need of our help. Our help. Their citizens are dying. They have little to no access to food and haven't had power for months. Our aid is refused by Maduro, and for the first time, a new approach must be attempted to assist this struggling country and the innocent citizens.
This invasion would be a way to help establish democracy and a more stable government. As I said before, our mission is to further the spread of democracy. Our influence in South America could prove to be very important in the future if we are to try and continue to promote liberty and justice throughout the world.
So, Mr. President, we as your trusted aide and advisors on policy and defense do strongly recommend and suggest that you approve the action to invade the country of Venezuela.
Okay, sounds good. I'm off to Mar-a-Lago. I gotta work on my swing. Vladdy and the boys! are teeing off at my election party tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President.